Greetings from Twins World, and we have reached 2021. So, on behalf of my family and the team, I wish all the viewers a blessed, happy, and a prosperous new year. If you look behind, what all things has happened, we really don't know. The pandemic has taken for a chaos, whereas all have started, or many have started 2020 with a great expectation, and most of them are not there with us, and we couldn't even react how pandemic attacked us. But God protected all of us to see the start of 2021. And this year also, we really don't know what we are going to face in, but we can face the world or face 2020 with much more expectation what we had in 2020. So today's topic of Twins World is our New Year resolution. We always take a new decision or new step whenever the new year starts, because that is the celebration of ending of 2020 and starting a new year, that is 1st of Jan. So this year I would like to encourage all the people, starting from a child or a youngster or a parent and an old man, whoever is viewing this channel or this episode should understand that what takes I should have taken to improve myself, or what steps I can take so that I can improve my new year. If we can divide our schedule of a day, we can divide our time, what we have the entire day, for the time at work, the time with family, and there is one more concept of me time. So an equal distribution or a quality time in each things help us to be a better human being as well as a better parent. As long as we work and our boss is paying us and with something to do with money, they will take our last blood or last juice so that they will get the complete quality from us. So what is typically happening is we don't have time for a family, or we don't have time for us. But always back in your mind, we need to understand that we are born and brought up in a family. We are living for a family, and once you're a parent, you are living for your children too, than other priorities what you have in life. So categorize the priority, understand the priority, and work accordingly. So the when you at work, understand that this much time I'm going to give at my workplace, and this is my priority at home. So this kind of space will help me to understand that what is the family time and how I can be a better parent. And today we are mainly concentrating how I can be a better father or a mother. So the third point what I took is the me time. So I'm not touching much, but I just want to tell 2 words about it. Me time is what you are giving yourself. You have an inner person where you can have a talk, where the entire world doesn't know. When, according to Johari window of psychology, this is the blind self, that is you are talking to. You are, so only you and the inner person knows what you are. So you can have an introspection or questioning inside and see what I have done, how much I have done, tomorrow how much more I need to do so that I can reach my goal. By the end of the day, we are having a race, and it's not how fast I run. It by the end we are going to count how well I ran or how gracefully I completed my race. So this is about me time. Coming to the family, the first thing, as we always do, that write down the points or what all schedules I have. But the twist I want to tell that we may not be able to reach the entire thing what we planned for. It might have reached 5 out of 10, but be happy with partial solutions what you brought in that particular day or the particular year agenda. The next point I want to ponder upon in improving our parenting skills is the communication with your spouse. Don't take your spouse for granted. As marriage goes by, I have seen in so many marriages that the initial first 2 years until you have your child, it's like honeymoon period, or you're thinking too much, you're speaking and spending time too much. As responsibility increases, as your child has arrived, the priority changes. So there is no time for both the couples to speak each other. So understand, we should not do that. This is actually something I need to find my own time and give it to my husband Jones. So this way I need to start whatever he is doing, and whatever she's doing, appreciate him, because it's not that we are paying money to my spouse or I'm paying money to my husband. It's like you are reflecting, or you are showing a gratitude. A thank you is more than enough. I love you is more than enough. The kind of words and your gestures and non-verbal communication play an important role in your family background. The another point with the spouse itself is being a parent. You both are raised up in two different families. Your culture is different. The school of thought of each and everyone is different. But understand, when you come to our children, we should come to an agreement. Or when one is going to scold the child, the other person should not resist immediately, but be mild on it, but later have a discussion, so that next time miscommunication or the problem with the coordination in parenting can be avoided. The next point what can think of improving the parenting skill is collaboration with your auxiliary parents. The auxiliary parents is a term what I gave us. Other than you, that the father and mother, there can be so many people who's involved in the parenting of our children. It can be the grandparents, or it can be the neighbors, babysitters, teachers, friends, whoever is coming into your house and having a time with your children regularly. We can call them as auxiliary parents. Understand, our children are tiny sponges. They just absorb the entire thing, even though that person doesn't want to pass that character to our children. So understand and always communicate and reflect. If your child is showing something, correct that person, so that the further steps can be taken better, so that our children will not be guided in a different way. Family time is the next step what you can take for building up your family. Family time can be planned or made by having a family prayer time, or having dining together, maybe breakfast or dinner according to your availability, but make sure that one meal together, because you're bringing everyone so close, so that you are sitting together and we can talk and discuss what is happening all around in the world of our children, the spouse and myself, so that there is an open-ended discussion. And always my husband speaks, a meal can directly open into the heart of a person. So same way, all will come out with what is going inside, so that we can have a good area or platform for discussion of the same. I mentioned about prayer time also as a family time. The importance of prayer time together is, other than what we are seeing, the air we are not seeing, so there is something that is unknown can really guide or to take control of the things, where our children meet with accidents or something happens, something unwanted happens. So the kind of this prayer time helps to have a control on unwanted things. So this prayer time helps us to sail our trip equally and peacefully, whereas we are holding everyone's and husband were holding wives and wife and children, and so that we all 4, 5 or 3 are going together, so that the journey will be smooth and safe till the end. The next point I want to discuss about the improvement in our parenting is controlling the environment or controlling the behavior. So if you see that there are different schools of thoughts for controlling or disciplining, as I already spoken in the toddlers discipline. Some people says that give the ample amount of freedom to children, so that this is the time they can use it or make themselves explore everything. But some says that no, you need to tell no to them. So I am taking a step in between these two thoughts, because both extremes can bring chaos. So for example, whenever the children are there in someone's house, we can see all the walls are well scribbled, and some appreciate it because we are showing their talents to come out, and they say that we will paint. This is parental approach for that. Whereas there are some people will never allow children to scribble on the wall. But my Jones is a person who goes in the category where there is no scribbling in the wall. But how we had improved to avoid the scribbling on the wall is we brought whiteboards, whereas the child can scribble. We diverted them to papers and sketch pens and crayons, so that they can show their arts as much as they want in the papers and all the chalkboards. So this way we are controlling, not only we are stopping them, we are guiding their energy in a better way, so that the character of creativity can be improved and the children can come up with the potentials what they have. Cooking and cleaning of the house is another important aspect where it takes time or sucks time, where the working mother finishes her work, she'll take a bath and she'll run to kitchen so that the entire family can be fed, so that no one will be in hunger. I'm not denying the fact that cooking should be or shouldn't be there. Cooking should be there. It will be good if the spouse also be a part of it in any of the activities, either by cutting or cooking or cleaning or doing something, so that one person of the family will not be burdened. I would say give a chance, involve the child also in small activities, whatever they, because they want to copy whatever we are doing. So give them an activity or communicate to them to be a part of the family, so that time of cooking, cleaning itself is a quality time with the family. Another important point, we can teach our children to wait. So they will understand the importance of waiting. Mama is doing this work, wait for some time so that I will come back to you and do the routine what I'm supposed to do with you. So they will understand and they will come back and ask us 10 times, Mama, did you finish? Did you finish? But we need to understand that we are teaching them to wait. We are not making them person that they cannot wait or not having any kind of patience. This kind of character of us is building patience and other kind of moral values in the children and in the coming generation. Television and serials and various social media is helping you to have various movies and serials, but I prefer to avoid in a daily basis, because you already pressed for time. If you have adequate time with the family, that's fine, you can have your own time. But if you're pressed for time and if you're putting that also into your routine, most of your quality time will go in watching those things. I'm not against watching TVs, but in order to save my time, I need to understand what is priority for me and what is less priority, so that once I'm done with my priority things, I'm happy, my spouse is happy, my children are happy, and my house runs. So this is one way I would suggest, that reduce the time with TVs as well as any other social media, so that you can have a better time with your family, your spouse and children, because they're waiting for your presence. Finally, do not compare your children with neighbors' children and your friends' children. Do not compare your parenting skills with someone else, because we cannot say that this is the correct parenting or this is the correct parenting. No one has come up with the correct parenting skills we can look up to and say that this is correct. All are making their own variation, and the end product is what your children in future. It is not that how fast you are teaching ABCD or numbers, or how fast your child is mugging up everything, or how intelligent they are. That is not the success of a life. Understand, education is just a part to have the breadwinning process in his adulthood. So as parents, we need to understand not only the education and occupation is important, he or she having a married life, adjusting in the married life and taking care of their children and ending their life plays an important role, because we as parents are preparing our children to attain successfully the various milestones of their life. So I feel that this year will be a blessing for you, and hope these steps will help you to become a better person and a better parent. Thank you.